If you've spent any time in our market looking for a multi-unit building to reside in, you've come across what are called two homes on one lot. And these are properties that I really love. It's two standalone structures on one parcel. And they're different than duplexes. A duplex are two units that are side by side or up down housed within the same building. And so from a city's perspective, they're both kind of treated equally. There's two units on one parcel, two units on one parcel. But where they're really different and distinct is how they live. And I like to think of the two homes on one lot as kind of the bridge between the two universes, right? So you get to live like a single family home with the privacy, not sharing any walls, ceilings, or floors. And but you do get the benefit of that second unit for friends, family, or rental income. So it was interesting when I was doing some research on these property types. Two homes on one lot sat right in the middle, price-wise, between the single families and the duplexes as well. So in terms of desirability, it often matches price as well. And so I looked at some data for single-family homes sold in Oakland in October of 2025. And the average price per square foot sold was $591, with the median being $571. When I looked at two homes on one lot, and I had to go all the way back through 2025 year to date because there's just not as many, but they were cheaper, but not a whole lot. So they sold for $548 average price per square foot, and with a median price of $497. And duplexes were quite a bit cheaper, actually. So the average price per square foot on a duplex was $376, and the median price was $370. And so the greatest value in terms of buying two units on one parcel is certainly the duplex, but the two homes on one lot, you can't forget about livability and lifestyle, right? And those have value too. And it's harder to put sometimes a price tag on those things, but they do have value. So they are more expensive, and it makes sense why. But for me as sometimes as a buyer and then representing my clients, I'm like, I want it all. I want the two homes on one lot to live like a single family, but I want the economics of the duplex. And but it's hard to do. It's hard to get everything in this market, and that's why creative real estate ownership exists, right? Is we're trying to find angles in this. I was happy to discover a property in Oakland, though, that does sort of bridge those two worlds together nicely. So you get that livability of a single family and the economics of a duplex together. And so we're going to take a walk right now where I'm going to show you this property, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to show you the economics behind it and why this property makes a whole lot of sense and things to look for. So thank you for joining me on this week's episode of Creative Real Estate Ownership. My name is Josh Silverman. You can reach me by email here. Please like or subscribe to these videos here, and let's take a walk, and we'll be back for the numbers. So here we are at the property 7916 Earl Street in Oakland. Great example of two homes on one lot. This is listed by my friends Cavallo-Merrion and Corey Weinstein of Vanguard Properties. And it has a really nicely maintained front yard. Nice residential block here. Pretty quiet. And so the driveway here is on the left side of the building, and we're going to go through a wooden gate here on the left. And I really like the fact that anytime there's two houses on one lot, the primary benefit is some separation between the two units. And so if you're going to rent the unit, then they have their own private entrance right down the left side here, which I really like. This primary home is 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, about 835 square feet, does have solar panels and a car charger. Nice amenities both for an owner-occupant and for renters if you move out of both units. So coming down here on the left, again, I like this kind of private entrance. It does create some separation between the two units. You come down this really beautiful brick path, and here's the studio unit. It's about 262 square feet, A-frame, and just really lovely. We have this large backyard here, so you come straight into this unit. It is a studio. Nice little kitchenette, closet there, and a full bath here. A shower. So in my experience, people really love these units, right? So they're quite easy to rent. Everybody enjoys being in a standalone unit, so no sound from any wall or above or below, and it just has a certain amount of charm and appeal, right? So you feel like you're in a studio, but you feel like you're in a single family home, right? So out here you come out into the yard. This is quite a large lot at 5,000 square feet. So nice deck here. Beautiful redwood tree, which I always love. You have 2 storage units, which were great as well. And this is the rear of the home, at the primary home. Now we'll take a walk inside the primary. Here we are at the primary 2-bedroom, 1-bath home. Nice cute little porch here. Walk straight into the living room with these lovely beams. Fireplace. It's a really cute living room. Bedrooms and bathroom off to the side here with a small hallway. Great light coming in here late afternoon. Full bath with tub. Very cute tile. And this bedroom here, which is kind of in the middle of the house. Also really nice. So now you're in the dining room here, which is great. Kitchen with this corner window that I love. And here you have a kitchen nook. So it's pretty amazing to have a house of this size to have a dining room and a kitchen nook. I love that. Gas stove, microwave over, laundry machine. And right out to this gorgeous backyard and deck, ready for entertainment. Let's go look at the numbers now. Nice property, right? It's priced at $649,000, and we're going to run some financial analysis as if it lands at that price. I cannot guarantee it. It could get bid up. It's a very special property, but let's look at the numbers at $649K. At 20% down, you're looking at $129,800. I think you could rent that studio for around $1,600 or so. So after your fees, your costs, your principal, your interest, your insurance, your property tax, you're looking at about $3,300 a month on this property. If you include your principal reduction, so you're paying down, remember you're paying down your debt every month, and you're building your equity, so you're kind of giving yourself the money. So you're around a little over $2,700 a month with that in consideration. And so at that point, you really are beating the rental market. It's a really terrific value play, and you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting some of that multi-unit economics and single family living at the same time going. And so, a good deal. Again, can't guarantee where the price lands, but it's good to understand these numbers and keep an eye out, because certain properties will fit perfectly. With this property also, I like to implement that 5-year rule. You want to stay there for roughly 5 years before moving out. The reason being is in order for it to cash flow, you need to get those rents up a little bit more and maybe get that interest rate refied down into the fives or so, upper fours. At this point, we're around 6% interest rates. You want to bring that down, bring your rents up, and then you have the freedom to move out and cash flow and make money and just hold it indefinitely as an investment property, or stay in it and live in it forever too. That's always an option. But there does come a time sometimes when you live in a 2-1, your life circumstances change and you need more space. And this place has the ability for you to move out and hold it and cash flow it as opposed to having to sell. So anyway, this is a terrific example of 2 homes on 1 lot, and I hope you learned something. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks.